Hi, my name is Deb Enright, and this is WCS Community Connects. Welcome. Today, we celebrate a WCS Ambassador program that has spawned two incredible outcomes. Now, two of our 2013 ambassadors decided to focus on an interest we're seeing amongst young people. It's called philanthropy, social entrepreneurship. They created a program called Youth Philanthropy in Motion. It ran last summer. So our program first will reintroduce you to that program, and then we're going to speak to a very special graduate of the program, and finally share one of the project ideas now in play as a funding source for our terrific community partner, Mercy Community Health. All that when we return. This is WCS Community Connects. Stay with us. And welcome back to WCS Community Connects. My name is Deb Enright. We are talking about Youth Philanthropy in Motion and actually what that program by two ambassadors has caused, which is really exciting. I have to say I am quite excited about our guest for today, what she has to share, and then this extraordinary other thing that's happened in the community because of this program. But first, let's remind ourselves exactly of what that program was about. Two ambassadors, you'll see them in the video, Pam Bryant, CEO and President of United Way, and Gail Powell, who is the Executive Director of High Hopes, put this wonderful week-long program together to talk about social entrepreneurship. And so we are going to now show the footage from last summer. Stay with us. There may be this thread of enterprise that the kids come up with that one of the two agencies might actually use. This year, High Hopes and Mercy Community Health on Friday, so within 5 days, they have to design a concept that's either a program, a service, or a product that becomes an alternative funding source for that agency, so for either High Hopes or for Mercy.
So we were doing some team building. It's an activity called Blind Shapes. The whole purpose is just to kind of get the group to continue to gel together, work well together, and then talk through basically the bigger picture of what they're trying to create on Friday.
Is we want the teens to learn that we have needs here in our own community. You know, it's not just about needs that are overseas.
Other goals that have come out of that have been all kinds of critical thinking and problem solving and learning to work in a group and getting to know other people and valuing other opinions and taking constructive criticism and then bringing it all together to this, basically what they're going to present Friday is a business plan.
Or would you consider doing business with the Band-Aid maker that already is in existence and maybe somehow partnering with them?
Some sort of bond with Walgreens, so that's a place they could sell the Band-Aids, and since they're already in coalition with each other.
This week I've really learned a lot more on how to collaborate with people, and because I'm not a really big team worker. If I had my choice, I'd rather work individually, but this week I've really learned how to, kind of collaborate with people and input my ideas and also input other people's ideas on how to create a project.
Such a great program. And now I have one of the graduates with me. That's kind of a fun thing to say. Graduate from the Youth Philanthropy in Motion program. Her name is Grace Shockey. Grace, welcome to WCS Community Connects.
Thank you, Deb.
I'm really glad you're here today.
I'm really happy to be here.
We have a lot to talk about, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, let's tell folks who you are first. So name, rank, serial number, kind of where you go to school, grade, that kind of stuff.
My name is Grace. I go to Summit High School. I'm a rising senior, and
so we have no serial number, so we'll let that go.
Yeah, don't
right?
have a
That
serial
was,
number. No,
we'll let
I don't
that
want to
go.
share the social security number.
Yeah,
or anything on
there's
here.
enough of that. Okay, so Grace, last summer I met you. Last summer around this time, I think it was, maybe a little bit before. But what caused you to come to a program about social philanthropy?
Well, it was my teacher, my Spanish teacher, Miss Hickey. She really pushed me to do this. She was always encouraging me to do better things and to get involved. And I just thought it might be something that's good for me. I was the 7 a.m. thing, waking up during the summer,
That's all I could do.
Yeah.
But it was only for a week.
It's okay. It's
Not
okay.
bad.
I forgive you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, I just thought it would be something that was good for me.
Well, good. So I think we've done one show that's done kind of by day and what all happened. We were very thankful to Belmont University and all of the nonprofits that came to play with us, and we had a really great time. But I think what's very interesting for me is that not very long ago, I got an email from you about something that was extraordinary. Can you talk about what the news you shared with me?
Okay, well, yes, when I sent you that email, I wanted to share this new online business that I have launched. It's called Eco-Trendly. It's an online boutique, and there's a twist. It's got some social entrepreneurship in there because every time that a purchase is made, a tree is planted. And so I really wanted it to mean something, and I wanted to have my own business, but it had to do something in the community and in the world. So I got a lot of inspiration from Youth Philanthropy in Motion. That was definitely, I don't think I would have been here without that.
That's wonderful. So, all right. So, but now that, all right. So we've spilled the beans, right? It's. I keep saying eco-friendly, which probably shows how old I am. But so it's eco-trendly.
Yeah, it's a play off
eco-friendly. And we'll have the information. So if people want to follow you on Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram, or contact you and buy what we're going to show in just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know though, were you in class? I mean, you should have been concentrating on your studies, so clearly you weren't in class. So after class, when maybe you're doing your homework, or what caused you to say, I think I really want to do this?
Towards the end of my junior year, I was working so much. Like I was busy. I wanted to do things. I wanted to be in my school's play, Wizard of Oz, but then I had 2 jobs. Then I was babysitting and then still trying to hang out with my friends and stuff. So it was a lot to balance, and I'm sure every high school junior can relate. But I really didn't want to do that anymore. I did not want to wait tables. I didn't want to babysit every day. And I wanted to do something else that, that most high schoolers don't do. And I was like, okay, how can I do this? If I started my own business, then okay, all right. And then it just kind of, it started turning the cogs.
Cool.
And so I talked to my mom, and she thought that was a really cool idea. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do because I really love art and I love painting, and I thought maybe I would do something with that. But the more I thought, I was thinking, okay, something that would be lucrative, that people want, would be clothing, but something that I really love is the environment, and I love trees. You can always find me climbing a tree.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was little because I live in a house in Bethesda with about 5 acres, and so I'm always out in nature. So I thought if I paired clothing and the environment, that could be a really cool business. That could be something good for me.
I think that's great. Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks. So now you know what you're going to do. how difficult, not how difficult, I shouldn't have said it that way, that makes it negative. So what was it like naming? Let's start with the naming of the company. What was that like?
The naming, this actually happened while I was at work where I wait tables.
That's fabulous.
And my wonderful boyfriend, Spencer, actually thought of the name. We were brainstorming, writing down names for about a couple hours, like in between refilling drinks and everything, and he was like, eco-friendly, and I love it.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's just got everything that you want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and then how do you get, talk to me about the merchandise and how you go about getting that, and you had to create a website, so walk me through that.
Okay, so I started with the website. I was like, okay, once you get a website, people can tell you're serious about it. So I use a website host called Big Cartel, and you pay like $10 a month, or it's what my plan is. And then I made it myself. I put everything in there, the pictures, the text, and kind of personalized it. And that it really isn't as hard as one might think. Anyone could do this. But and then with I just thought social media would also be a good way to market it.
Yep.
I have a Twitter, a Facebook, an Instagram page, and I kind of link that, and my website links all of those.
Okay, so you're kind of using all that could possibly be available.
Exactly.
Although what I understand about social media, because we dabbled in a little bit for a promo for the show, it's constantly changing, right?
Oh,
so there's always another venue that you can kind of put your brand down, which is very exciting. Now, how did you pick? We're gonna get to the merchandise now. So how did you pick? We have you. It's one is a shirt. It's actually I should say a top, right?
Yeah, it's a.
Let's go ahead and stand up. Let's take a look at it.
All right.
Oh, and it's a twirly top. Love it. Okay, so you chose a top. Why did you choose a top?
I chose a top because it's it's pretty
Everybody
basic.
wears
Everybody,
that stuff.
everyone needs. You need to wear a top. So
Okay.
I figured it would be a good place to start.
Okay.
And I order wholesale right now, and
So like, do you have boxes in your garage?
Yes,
Nice.
I do.
So we
I
need to
think
plant some
boxes
trees and
coming.
buy some things.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it.
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
But the packaging, it's all 100% recycled. I got that from Nashville Wraps, and I got some 100% recycled tissue paper, and then cute little bags with daisies on it and stuff. So
Wow, you've really thought this through. This is fantastic.
definitely.
I love it. Okay, how did you get to the tree part as well? I mean, did you? Are there organizations out there that are looking for folks like you? How
Yes,
did you get that
definitely.
particular organization?
I researched. At first, when I was starting to think of this with my mom, we were just kind of like, should I plant the trees? Saplings, if you buy that wholesale, that's very cheap. But then again, I can only plant it in Tennessee, and then it takes a lot of my time. So I just started looking up businesses or nonprofits that plant trees. And there are a lot. I found so many, but Planet 2020, they really stuck out to me. I liked what they were doing. They plant everywhere, all over the world.
Oh, okay.
And, and you can even change it up. Like their partners, you can say, 1 month I want to plant in the U.S., the other month I want to plant in Africa, and you can switch it up. So I like that a lot.
Do they know about you?
Yes. Oh, definitely.
Okay, good.
We're partners. I emailed him, and we've talked, and
Cool.
I think I'm on their website. I'm not sure if it is yet, but yeah.
Nice. Oh, very fun.
they
Okay,
have a
and
lot
then
of
there's another piece of clothing.
Yes.
And we happen to have from Couture for a Cause. We actually called today and said, is there a mannequin available? And they said, absolutely there is. Actually, Circe's available. So she is adorning your darling dress. So you've chosen a top and a dress.
Yes.
Okay. Anything special about that?
The dress, I just thought it was flowery, it was kind of naturey, and I thought it was something that a lot of girls could wear and that they would probably like. It's just kind of like a cute little dainty summer thing.
Cool. All right, so if everybody's bought one of these, what's your next step going to be?
I'm definitely about to reorder, and I'm thinking I might do something a little bit like a nicer dress. That's what I was thinking. This time around, I kind of got the cheapest stuff because my budget
starting.
was is my savings from working. But I think I want to do kind of a nicer something that you could maybe wear to like a wedding.
Now, so your mom is obviously very important in terms of, and then so do you have other folks you kind of will show, so when you go for this dress, is someone else going to help you think about the design of the dress, or?
I usually consult my friends,
Yes.
just, you know, my peers from school.
Yeah, so
I'm
that's
like,
your new board of directors,
yes,
right?
would everybody, who would wear this? You
Your
know, would the girls
design
from
team.
school like this? And
Awesome.
So yeah.
Okay, so and tell me again the organization with the trees.
Plant It 2020.
Plant It 2020. And
Yes.
so would you stay, you think you'll stay in that industry of environmental kind of concerns?
I think I will, at least at this point, yeah.
Very cool. So do you see this as something that you can carry on when you go into college?
Definitely. That's something I was kind of thinking about, like, when I was trying to think of a business. Can I sustain this? And I think that I can. Well, you know, because it can be global, you know, since it's online. That's the exciting part. I don't have a concrete store, so I can do it anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Now, so I was just going to ask, and I didn't want to interrupt because I know that I do that a lot in our conversations because we have so much to talk
Don't
about. But do you remember, and I know it's just kind of started, but do you have any orders that have gone outside of Tennessee, or are they the farthest reaches of Tennessee, or?
Not quite yet. I'm still kind of in the middle Tennessee area. I don't think it's reached much farther than that. But hopefully, like, the social media thing really is a powerful tool, and I hope to gain more followers on that, and so that people not just in Tennessee can see. I think that would be really cool.
So you're going to spark some conversation, right, after folks see this. I suspect there might be some parents who say, hey, to their kids, this looks like something that, you know, would be interesting. So can you give me a couple pointers? So let's say that I want to try it, and see if in your imagination you can put me back to when I would have been your age. But, no, let's not even say that. Let's say, so where I sit right now, that I want to do something like this. Help me get started. What are kind of the first 3 to 5 things I need to think about?
Okay. The first thing, like I said earlier, a website. That is really where you want to start. You can link everything through that. You can just you can build it, and once people see you have a website, it's a good thing.
Okay.
So I would start with that. I did a lot of research on website builders, but Big Cartel was the best one that I found.
Okay.
The next step, I would just, whatever you want to do, if it's social entrepreneurship, look at other nonprofits that you can partner with. Just look at who's doing what speaks to you most. What do you like? You know, do you like their message the most, or, you know?
Okay.
And then
you need to think of a product.
Yeah,
right?
think of a product, definitely. And then talk to people. Bounce ideas off. I talked to so many people, and I still am. My family is great. All of my friends have been so supportive, and I just talk to them and say, what could be cooler? What could be different? My mom just recently, she's, you know, I've mentioned her a couple times, but she's huge
fabulous.
inspiration.
Yeah.
She's helped me think of the recycled threads line. I don't know if you saw that yet or not, but
oh my gosh.
Recycled threads. No. Okay, so instead of buying wholesale for this line, I'm actually looking around, finding used boutique items, gently used, and and then reselling them, and just things that I think are unique, and it's good for the environment to just recycle the clothing.
Well, I love that. I mean, I know I'm going to use it. It'll sound like a pun. I see the thread through all of this, right?
Yeah.
But I really see that you want to have an impact and you want to make a difference, and you've really thought things out, not only about how it can make, how your life can be different instead of waiting tables. Now you're going to have impact around the world, which I think is fantastic, Grace. And I really appreciate. I just appreciate your story. I think I'm so dang proud of you, that you're doing this. I just absolutely love this. I'm glad you've come here to share. And I think you've probably given ideas to other students and other folks about how easy it is, but how important it is to have conversations with other people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it wasn't just, I think sometimes when we think an entrepreneur, we think that they're just kind of on their own, thinking their own thing, kind of, you know, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to do it? And it sounds to me like you've had a lot of people in your community kind of help and come together on some great things.
Absolutely. I could not have done it without the support of all of my friends and the community. You know, I've just talked to teachers, people in my class, what do you think of this, and what could be different? And they have really helped me.
Well, this is
Don't do it yourself. Yeah.
This is great. So we'll make sure we have the information up so they can contact you.
Awesome.
But it is Grace Shockey, senior from Summit High School, and her social entrepreneur program/business is eco-trendly.
Yes.
Grace, thank you so much.
Thank you, Deb.
And we'll be back in just a moment to wrap up.
Tinnitus is a ringing in your ears that won't stop. It's always there. It won't go away. What causes tinnitus? Being exposed to loud sounds for extended periods of time, like at a concert, sporting event, or listening to your MP3 player at excessive levels. Why does it matter to you? Because teenagers are 30% more likely to develop noise-induced hearing loss. And it all could be prevented with one of these. It is so simple. Don't let it happen to you.
And welcome back to WCS Community Connects. One more really cool outcome from this program that we talked about that two ambassadors put together. This team was working with Mercy Community Healthcare, and they decided that for their alternative funding source, Mercy needed to do something to get their name out into the community. Well, Mercy Community Health, what would be a more easy, interesting, and cool thing to do than manufacture a Band-Aid that said Mercy Community Healthcare, and that's exactly what they've done. I love them. They're just so smart and so cool. I want to read David Winningham, who's the CEO of Mercy Community Healthcare, told the team. Please find enclosed a Band-Aid. I not only wanted to tell you how much I loved your idea, but I wanted to show you the finished product. We were very excited about how we will use this new product. We will not only use it for our patients, but we will use them as a marketing piece for Mercy's American Girl Doll Fashion Show Doctor Checkup. That's right, American Girl dolls from all over Middle Tennessee will be covering their boo-boos with your great idea. How wonderful, how wonderful. So congratulations to the Mercy team. It really shows that connecting the community to our students to provide a hands-up, to provide a hands-on learning opportunity to try on their particular community interest really helps. The more our community understands how vital everyone is to the success of our students as they create their future plans, the easier it will be for all of you to find ways to bring your talents, your experiences, your expertise to our classrooms, our theaters, our locker rooms, and out in the community, supplying opportunities just like Youth Philanthropy in Motion, designed by two of our WCS ambassadors. You see, everyone matters to the success of our schools. Everyone. Whether your children were in school decades ago or you're new to the area, everyone needs to know about our schools. And Williamson County Schools wants to help all of you learn more on a fun-filled day at the annual WCS Infothon held at the Cool Springs Galleria. We actually take over the mall, including some of the parking lot, to bring what we do under one roof for you, to answer questions, to introduce you to our school board, our administrators, even some of our WCS ambassadors, to spotlight the great work coming from the very hard efforts put forth by our teachers, to help parents get their students ready for the first day of school, whether they're starting kindergarten or like Grace, who we met today, her final year in public high school, to learn about all of our extracurricular activities or about safety in our schools. So you can, most importantly, with all that information at your disposal, think about ways you choose to get involved in our schools this school year in our Williamson County schools. On our way out, I want to leave you with another fantastic video from our visual guru, Bobby Blevins, in the communications department, as he captured last year's, our first ever WCS Infothon. Thank you for joining me today as we continue to work to make connections with all of you to give our students, faculty, administrators and families the best school system possible. My name is Deb Enright. This is WCS Community Connects. See you next time.
If you want it, take it. I should have said it before.
Well, today is the first ever WCS Infothon. We're going to be spending the entire day in the Cool Springs Galleria answering questions, greeting visitors, and talking about the amazing things happening in Williamson County Schools.
I'm excited that I get to learn all kinds of stuff. Now that I've become who I really am, this is the part when I say I don't want it. I'm stronger than I've been before. This is the part when I break free.
We've got a lot of interest on the 3D printer. We have it out here today, and it's been running nonstop. We've had a lot of parents, students.
People have stopped and asked how can they get involved in their schools, how can they join their PTOs. We've given them a lot of directions to our website, how they can access that information. We've had a lot of new families that are new to the district. They are their original, they've lived here for a while and they're looking to transfer into Williamson County Schools, or parents and families that are entering for the first time. They're looking for information so that they can get their students acclimated before school starts.
We have performances, we have amazing cheerleaders, we have people talking about concussions. We have a little bit of everything. If you want to know anything about Williamson County Schools, the mall is the place to be today.
The part when I say I don't want it, I'm stronger than I've been before. This is the part when I break free, 'cause I can't resist it no more.
We had a sort of Q&A session with Dr. Looney, and he asked us 3 questions. We got to ask him a question just about the school and the community of Williamson County. And yeah, gave our thoughts on that.
Today we are here to sort of spread the word about Independence, and especially the Independence Athletics program and ways to get involved.
I think it builds community. I think it shows that we value and support education in Williamson County, and that goes beyond just those who attend our schools. We've had a lot of grandparents stop and ask questions. Some people who have not quite started their families yet, so they're interested to see what's going on. And so it's built a lot of excitement in our community.